Our next speaker is Dr Mian Riaz. Dr Riaz is Director of the Food Protein Research and Development Center, Head of the Extrusion Technology Program and Graduate Facility in the Food Science and Technology Program at Texas A&M University. I'd like to see you put that on your business card. He joined the center 22 years ago after completing his PhD in food science. Dr. Riaz has published 5 books, and one of the books is in the area of halal food. This book was published in 2004 and was entitled Halal Food Production. Currently, this book is being used in most of the universities for food science and nutrition major students. He also published 20 chapters in a variety of books, including chapters in the area of halal food-related issues. Currently, he is teaching a course on religious and ethnic food at Texas A&M University to food science and nutrition majors. He has more than 22 years of research experience in this field, has given more than 250 talks in 55 countries around the world. And we're very privileged to have him with us now, and he will be speaking to us on the subject of doubtful food additives, a real challenge in halal food processing. Welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, I'd like to thanks for the organizer to give me the chance to give this talk. Since I have 15 minutes, therefore, I will be going a little quick, talking about some of the issues we see in food processing. Basically, food additives. What are the food additives? What are the sources of food additives and why they are important, why we use food additives, and all the food additives are halal or non-halal. And of course, some of the example we'll talk about it, and some of the control in food additive we'll talk about it. Food additives is defined by Food and Drug Administration, any substances used to provide a technical effect in the food. And we'll talk about what is technical effect. The use of food additives has become very more prominent because increased production of the processed food, convenient food, you will see that, and more food companies like to use the food additives for that purpose. And they are added to increase the flavor, to improve the shelf life, to improve the taste, some type of nutrition, and freshness and appearance. There are approximately 3,000 food additives that we use in our food. You believe it or not, you don't know yet or not, but you are eating every day some of the additives. They are used in that food, different aspects. And they are grouped by differently. These are different classification for the students who really want to learn about different classified to use for different applications. And we can't ignore that. If you look over there, this is basically 24.5 million, billions, not even million, billions dollar market in 2011. And it's going to increase to almost 33 billions. Therefore, this is a very, very, very large food industry, $33 billion. They produce the additives which we use in the food to process the food. Therefore, we can't ignore that we can avoid using these ones. We have to use them. So what are these? These can be natural. These can be natural, nature identical, or synthetic. Basically, natural additives, we extract them from the food and use them. For example, we can use a beetroot juice and use them as a coloring agents and other food application. It can be nature identicals. That means it's found in nature, but we can also make it synthetically. For example, benzoic acid, that is found in nature, but it also made synthetically. Then we have artificial. These artificial additives are basically not found in nature, and they are chemically developed. For example, we have here azo called dicarbonate, a flour improvers that we use every single day in the food. Even though you don't know it not, there are some chemicals that we eat almost every day, and we have no idea what we're eating. Consumers have no idea. They have no idea what the sources of these are. These are synthetic, or these are natural, or what the source of these additives are in the food application. As I mentioned, they provide technical effect. That, for example, we can preserve the food, shelf-stable food for a long time. We increase the shelf life. We slow the growth of microbes in the food. We also changing the appearance and the taste of the food, as well as we can help in processing, in binding, and a lot of different other aids that we provide them. Sometimes food industry use these additives to attract the consumer. For example, you will see that a lot of fresher and more colorful attractor to the consumer. Especially you will see a lot of these color food additives in the candies for to attract the kids. And sometimes a lot of people use these food additives for wrong purpose. For example, you will see that in China, they use this one to turn the pork meat into that beef, where they were using this kind of additives to color the beef, pork, so that it can be converted into a beef, and they were selling that one, and it was a big scandal there. They use it for different applications. You will see that in different fruits and vegetables. They are safe. Some of them are very safe, and some of them may not be as safe. And basically, you can see that there's a lot of restriction now and a lot of rules and regulation using their food additives. Therefore, with this increasing use of the processed food we eat every single day, there has been a great increase, the awareness of that, what can be we use, what we should not be using it. And also, there's a lot of legislations on that one, that what we have to follow that and use or not. And these are generally safe, some of the food additives. You will see that they're listed. In Europe, since we are here, and you will see the E numbers. In the States, we have the name actually. And you will see different E numbers on this one. And some of them's E numbers, you will see, they are halal. We are sure that. Some of them are doubtful, and some of them are not halal. And basically, consumer have no idea. How do we know these are halal? If you have it certified and you have a certificate for that, where we can see this product has halal certified. But if we are using this kind of chemicals that which we eat every single day, consumer have no idea. Not even food scientists, I will say a halal consumer, not even a scientist will know the chemicals that which we eat every day. This is L-cysteine, which comes from mostly the hairs or the duck feathers, processed, and then we use in every day the bagels we eat in the morning, or we use the bread, or we use different things that we use every single day. They add that one. And you will see a lot of media buzz that what we are eating every day, and mostly the common source are as a human hair or duck. But of course, we can make it halal. It's a little expensive, but you have to process that, make it artificial, get certified. That means we know exactly 100 that we're using L-cysteine, which is halal. Otherwise, we have no idea what kind of additives we are using in our bread every single day. Also, it's not only in the food application. You will see also in cosmetics. There's hundreds of additives that are used in the cosmetics, mostly all the lipsticks and all that comes from different animal sources and different things like that. They're all that being used in different applications. Sometimes we have, other than additive, other big issue, which is a very big issue that are called hidden ingredients, which we don't even put on the label. For example, if we are basically using a releasing agent, if you work in the bakery industry, you will understand that we spray a lot of areas after that so that we can have cookies and the bread comes out from the pan. Releasing agent will never show up on the label. And releasing agent is from the animal fat, it could be from pork, lard, anything like that. You spray that, but it will never come on the label what that is. Anti-foaming agents, we use that to reduce the foam, but we never put it on the label. But there was one news here, actually, one of the chicken McDonald's nuggets, they found some anti-foaming agents. Therefore, they are in the food, but they are not labeled. And what are these anti-foaming agents? We have no idea because there's never label on it. We have filtering agents we use. We filter it with that, some kind of the charcoals, which can be from the bones, and we filter that sometime, and sometimes we use that in the sugar to refine the sugars, and that is usually from the charcoals, which has come from sometimes bones, but we never put it on the label what we are using that. I think I don't want to spoil everybody using the apple juice. It's a very big example. If you look any flow diagram of the apple juice, when you squeeze the raw apple, you got a cloudy juice, which is called apple cider. You have to filter it, clarify it. What we use clarification? Gelatin, which come mostly from pork, but it never come on the labels. You never see it on the label, but if you look over there, you will see that there is a gelatin being used to filter that, to reduce that cloudiness, so it's clear. Therefore, these things will never come on the label. Flavor enhancers, we have so many chemical names. The one of the Muslim consumer or halal consumer, any other consumer have no idea what that is. We use a lot of enzymes which never show up on that. Here is a 3 examples. You can see that animal-based enzyme that we use in most of the processing area. You don't have to put it on the labels. Therefore, we use that one Sometime in the cheese and some other areas, they do put an enzyme source, but most of the time we don't. If we're using all that, it could be from any source that we're using it, and we are not required to put it on the label. We have bleaching compounds that we use to bleach the surface area when do the packaging. But that's direct contamination to the food, but we have never put it on that label what that is. We have food-grade lubricants that we use it. If you know that most of the food industry use that, and all the lubricants come from that fatty acids, fats, and all that, could be from animals. You have all the chain sprayers, conveyors where we carry the foods, and we all that spray there all the times, and these lubricants will never come up on the labels, and we have no idea what these sources are, what we are using that. We have edible coating that we use on the fruits and vegetables, plus also we use some other edibles coating, and we don't know sometimes the source. We have packaging materials. If you take it, some of that packing materials, maybe there's animal stearates that's used inside, but in the packing material, you never see that, what's the source. Also, metal cans, you will see that. They also sometimes are contaminated with animal fat. And of course, also other wax and also applied to other packing materials. But unless we are certified packing material is halal, we will never see that. It just come of that. You have 5 minutes, okay. You can see that these are there, and also it's not concerned about halal, or not concerned about it's not halal or it's halal. It's also concerned about some of the other people that they are complaining. Just you that there's some of the food additives are dangerous to kidney disease. That's concept of halal and tayyiban. And you can see that there is a lot of food additives hidden in the food labels. Therefore, there are a lot of things which are hidden and we don't see as a consumer, which create a really big challenge to the food industry that they have to make sure that they are not using any of the ingredients which are doubtful or which is not suitable for halal production. You can see that also some of the labels. You can see that show yeast extract and natural flavors. And once you see that both are legal terms, and yeast extract could be from the brewery waste and could contain a flavor enhancer, which we don't have to put it on the label what's the source of that. You also see some other labels. There's herb extract, yeast extract. They both contain some flavor enhancers, but we don't have to put it on the label. Again, you can take a lot of examples. When you see a natural flavor, you think it's natural. Natural flavor could be from animals. That still we consider as a natural flavor. And if animal was pork, or it was slaughtered, or it was not slaughtered, how it was obtained. Therefore, we have a lot of things that industries are hidden in it, and we usually don't see that one. Then what's the solution? We have so many additives, we have things like that. To make it sure the food is halal, and all the additives are including like releasing agent, filtering agents, some of that clarifying agents, bleaching agents, flavor enhancers, some coating, all these things, we must ask that manufacturer to make sure they are certified halal, so we have peace of mind. I think Sakabas this morning, the definition of halal, we start on stunning and all these things. For me, definition of halal is peace of mind. For me, when I eat food halal, I have peace of mind that everything which is in the food is halal. That's my definition of halal. Several food additives and others processing aid can pose an issue to the halal industry, to processed food industry. A halal certification is one of the way to get all the doubts out so that we sure that this is halal. We all need to work on these issues all the time, Muslim, to make sure that this is halal. With that, I will be happy to answer any question when we have here. Thank you very much.
1 more minute left, that's right.